Every night, billions of humans do something strange. They close their eyes and disappear. For a few hours, we leave the world behind. Our bodies become completely vulnerable. Our minds enter a mysterious world of memories, emotions, and dreams. But here is the strange question. Why can a species that built cities, traveled to space, and created artificial intelligence still struggle with something as simple as sleep? Tonight, at 3 a.m., someone is lying in bed. Their body is exhausted. Their eyes are tired. They know they need to wake up soon, but the light from a small screen is still shining on their face. One more video, one more message, one more minute, and somehow, that 1 minute becomes 1 hour. Now imagine living 40,000 years ago. There were no phones, no televisions, no artificial lights, no alarm clocks. When the sun disappeared, the world changed. Darkness arrived, the temperature dropped, and danger moved through the shadows. But somehow, our ancestors had something we are slowly losing: a connection with nature. We often think humans today are completely different from ancient humans, but the truth is much stranger. Your brain is almost the same brain that helped humans survive thousands of years ago. A brain designed for one main purpose: survival. It was built to search for danger. A small sound in the darkness? Maybe a predator. A movement in the trees? Maybe a threat. This system saved human lives for generations. But today, the same ancient brain faces a completely different world. The dangers changed. A wild animal is no longer chasing us, but our brain reacts to an unanswered message, a negative comment, a stressful email, or a problem happening to someone we have never met. The brain still sounds the alarm. But now, many of the dangers are invisible. Thousands of years ago, something transformed human nights forever: fire. Fire was not just a source of heat, it was one of humanity's greatest inventions. Because fire gave humans something they desperately needed: security. Before fire, the night belonged to darkness. But around a fire, humans could finally relax. They could sit together. They could communicate. They could think. They could tell stories. Maybe one of the most important moments in human history was not the invention of a weapon or a tool. Maybe it was the first time humans sat around a fire and shared a story. The fire became humanity's first classroom. Older generations passed knowledge to younger ones: which plants were dangerous, where animals lived, how to survive, how to hunt, how to protect the group. Stories were not just entertainment, they were the memory of humanity. They carried knowledge from one generation to the next. The first social network of humans was not on a phone. It was around a small fire, in the darkness of night. But humans did not only learn how to survive the night, they also learned how to improve their sleep. For a long time, people imagined ancient humans as dirty and careless. But archaeology tells a different story. Around 200,000 years ago, humans living in caves in South Africa were already creating sleeping areas. Their beds were made from layers of grasses and plants. But the surprising part was not the bed itself, it was how they maintained it. When the old sleeping material became dirty or worn out, they burned it. Then they replaced it with fresh layers of plants. Scientists believe this may have had several purposes. The fire could help remove insects and unwanted organisms. The ashes could create a cleaner base. And a new layer of plants created a fresh sleeping surface. Think about that. Thousands of years ago, without modern houses, without washing machines, without mattresses, humans still understood something important. A good sleeping environment matters. They were not simply surviving, they were changing their environment to make life better. But there is another surprising part of ancient sleep. Humans did not always sleep the way we do today. The idea of sleeping 8 continuous hours is relatively modern. For much of history, many humans followed a different pattern, a pattern called biphasic sleep. People would often go to bed shortly after sunset. They would sleep for several hours. Then, around midnight, they would wake up. But this was not considered a sleep problem. It was a normal part of the night. During this quiet period, people talked with family members. They sat near the fire. They reflected. They prayed. They shared stories. They simply enjoyed the silence of the night. Then, after this peaceful period, they returned to sleep and continued resting until sunrise. Today, we live in a completely different world. We created artificial light. Then came factories, schedules, clocks, phones, screens. Our technology changed incredibly fast. But our brains changed very slowly. The human brain still expects darkness at night, sunlight in the morning, and a natural rhythm connected to the earth. But now, we can create daylight at midnight. A tiny screen can keep our brains awake. A notification can interrupt our peace, and endless information can follow us everywhere. For thousands of years, humans wondered about dreams. Many ancient cultures believed dreams were messages from another world, a connection between humans and something beyond everyday life. Today, science gives us another explanation. Dreams are connected to memory, emotion, learning, and the way the brain processes experiences. But even now, dreams remain one of the strangest experiences of being human. Every night, our minds create entire worlds that exist only inside our brains. Maybe the problem is not that humans became weaker. Maybe the problem is that the world changed faster than our brains could follow. We replaced fire with screens, silence with notifications, natural rhythms with artificial schedules. But perhaps the answer is not to go back to the past. The answer is to remember what humans always needed: dark nights, quiet moments, human connection, and time to simply exist. Because the modern human is not broken. It is just an ancient brain, trying to survive in a world it was never designed for.